bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors.
Might have it collapsed.
Forever free.
They're in there too, where that one's down farther than the other ones.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors. Forever free, you and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Take the other side. Two Allen heads inside here as well too. Got to take it. I got a buddy here, so I'll shut this down. Well, I had a buddy come over, so I didn't film taking off the head or the valve cover and the valve train. But I found the problem. I was going to clean the carb too. The gasoline, that was pretty gross. And this does have the S&S intake on it, right there. And what I noticed right off the bat is with these S&S intakes is the inside is so smoothly polished compared to the Harley one. If you ever get one of these apart, feel a Harley one, it's just rough casting. Found the problem. Here is the problem. These are the two push rods that I pulled out, and the intake and exhaust. These are the two push rods that I pulled out. This was in the exhaust hole, this was the intake hole, and look at the different lengths. And even with these purple ones here, you can see these two are slightly longer than these two. The intake one is smaller than the exhaust one, and so these two were reversed. That's why one had to be so extended, and then this one here, I was trying to, I loosened up as much as I could, and I put the cam at the lowest position, and there was still barely any play in there. It was a little bit loose, but hardly anything. So that kind of bothered me. So this one was already at its pretty much its lowest position, and because it was a long push rod, barely fit in there. So these two were reversed. So I'm glad I pulled it apart. They had to be changed and put in the proper way. I'm thinking now that I got it apart. No, I think I'm going to put these two back in it. These are fine. I'm going to put these two back in it. I was thinking about going to these four, but then I'd have to pull off the rear cylinder, and those two are fine. Those two are in the right hole. So I'll just adjust those. And now that I had it apart, I'm inspecting everything. And where's my light? Right here. The cylinder looks good. It's a standard piston in there, and no scoring or nothing on the walls. That looks good. I think I'll pop the valves out while I'm here on this one. I'll pop these valves out, have a look at the valve seals. If the valve seals are the original ones, then I think I will pull the other head off and put some new valve seals in it. Check the valves. If the valves are worn at all or dished out or need to be cut, then yeah, I'm pulling both heads off. So that's what I'm going to do next, is pop these valves out. I was just comparing it to this spare head I had here. You know, everything looks good. But yeah, let me pop the valves out and see what kind of condition they're in. Okay. It'd be easier to, well, these gaskets are done. They're brittle. I don't know if this is set up right, but I'll try it where it is. Oh, nope. Loosen that off a little bit. Oh. Let's go here. There we go. Get my safety glasses on here. There's the two keepers. Just feeling for side-to-side play in there. It's very little. I don't know if it's focusing in or not, but the seat on here and the margin on the intake valve looks really good. I'll clean those up. I would say the original, but it looks really good. It's a little to the outside. It would be nice to have it maybe a little bit more centered, but maybe that's how they are. Have to check. Just check the springs. And if this is all original, I don't think there's a lot of miles on it. an extra hand. There we go, right there. Too tight. Not as strong as I once was. Isn't that the name of the song? Oh, this thing's coming off this way. That's what's happening. Country and western side. Got it a little bit cockeyed here. The valve in the guide feels really tight. It's nice that way. My glasses are so dirty. Looks pretty good. It's not dished out. The seat looks good. It's carboned up a little bit, but no, it all looks pretty good. So now that I'm this far, I'm thinking, should I change, pull the lifter blocks out and put the S&S lifters in there, and put the chrome derby cover on, or derby cover, the cam cover, the cone. I could change this to a nice chrome one, and I could put the Andrews cam in now, and then the new push rods. These are newer too. These aren't stock push rods. Like the old push rods are still good. Or do I keep all that stuff to maybe put in this FLH at a later date. Right now, this is my hockey hanger. Throw my hockey jerseys on there. I play 4 times a week, different teams, and I just throw all my jerseys on there. Yeah, so I'm thinking I just put this one back together. It would be nice to put the chrome derby cover, or chrome cone on there. Yeah, this one's got the chrome cone on it already. Would look a little nicer with the chrome one on there. Pretty easy to do right now. Just take this wire out. Yeah. When I took this apart, this wire clamp was in this hole here, if you're looking at my video. But I could see from the old stains on this exhaust bracket that it originally was in this middle hole. That's why I put it back there. And I put the one spacer in here. It was mixed up. The way they had it was mixed up, so I could pull this off again, and then I could change that bearing too, the cam bearing, put the chrome cover on, and reassemble the top end back together, because it all looks pretty good. Like I'm not, I could put a feeler gauge. Well, I got the rings on there, I can't do that, but it looks, everything looks tight, looks good. If those are the stock valves and springs and seats, and this hasn't been cut down before, those are in nice shape. Like that's in good shape. You know, I'm telling you, there's not 100,000 kilometers on those valves. Those are in pretty good shape. Could clean this up, give it a little bit of a paint job too, maybe before I put it back on there. So that's what I got to figure out right now. Also got, I think I've got, see, we've got these in chrome too, with those lifters. Let's see what's on this one over here. Yeah, that's got the black lifter blocks on it. I could save those chrome ones for this bike. Yeah, that way I don't have to pull the back cylinder off. Okay, let me think on that. Let's see what I'm going to do next. Okay, did a little bit more inspection, and I'm going to pull the other cylinder head off. I think I'm going to pull the cylinders right off and put a new base gasket on too while I'm this far. And here's why. These valve seals, I'm looking at them, I can feel them right here, and these are probably original, or at least they're hard as rock. I can feel this one here is, I don't know if you can feel it or not, but it's really hard, and they're a little bit out of round. Now, let's see if you can see the difference. There's that valve seal right there, and here's the new one. Look at the difference in size in the hole. You know, this one's going to be burning oil. Oil's going to be going down that valve stem and burning oil. Look at the difference there, big difference. And so I'm going to put new valve seals on since I got them. I'll put all new gaskets in, and I think I'm going to pull the cylinders off too. May as well put a new base gasket. I mean, I'm this far, may as well put a base gasket on. You know, it doesn't take long to pull this this head off. You know, 15 minutes probably. And I'm this far, and here I could put the whole thing back together, and if I get a little leak down here at this base gasket, you know, then I got to do the whole thing over again. So I'm this far, I may as well do it. I can't find my 12 point, I believe it's 1/4 inch, that one. 12 point, I used to have a 12 point deep 1/4 inch socket to get this off. I'm pretty sure that's 1/4 inch. And I can't find that, so I did order one, should be in a day or two. And if I'm going to take it off, I'm going to change this gasket, and we'll be putting all new O-rings in here. Do it right, may as well do it right. So I think what I'll start doing is pulling this one off here. If the valve seals are bad on this one, they're going to be bad on that one. So that's the plan. I just took some vice grips, give a little twist, and pulled the seals off. I should have probably filmed it, but I thought they would just pop off with a screwdriver like the Jap bikes, but that steel housing, they're on a little bit better. Those gaskets come off nice. I think I'll clean these in the Varsol bath, let them soak. The carbon will come off a lot easier. It's just loose carbon. That is the exhaust. That's the exhaust one. There. Intake one there. You got to remember that O-ring right there. Okay. I got some beer for Christmas as a present. It's from the, they put little, my son and his wife, her girlfriend. There's a local brewery called the Refined Fool, and I'll crank this up a little bit. There's two of them in Sarnia, one downtown and one by the mall. This one's called Barrel Aged Innis and Gin, the original. Innis and Gun. Oh, these ones are going to take an opener. And these things are, whoa! Might be a little bit frozen. They're 6.6% alcohol. 2 American beers. My fridge is a little bit cold. My water bottles are frozen, so that beer must have been on the verge of freezing. I just turned it down a little bit. Drink that quick. Pretty tasty beer. You can really taste the malt in it. You can't really see the color. I guess it's a little bit clear because I can see through it a little bit. Ice cold. A little different flavor to it. It's good though, easy drinking. I could drink that all day. I only need half as the amount of beer though. 6.6%. Okay, I'm trying to dig out the Varsal bath over there. That's what I've been doing. That's where I found the beer. I don't know what to put it. I got no room in here anymore. It goes there. Set the furnace off. Getting low on the Varsal. Oh. Working on another one. Working on another one. I wasn't going to take this bike all apart, and I kept finding more problems. This one. I got the cylinder pulled off. I keep getting company, so I'm not filming when I'm working. I'm just talking. But you can see this piston here's got some blow by a little bit here on the sides. Unless it's from sitting for a long period of time. No, that's burnt. That's like blow by. So I gotta check the ring end gaps and check the cylinder, which I haven't done yet. Yeah, it's just oil under those lines. You know, if you try to feel for wear marks or like if your cylinders are worn out, if there's a groove, and if it's bad, you can feel it. You'll feel it in the top 3/4 of the inch of the cylinder, right in here, if they're heavily worn out. But like I say, this engine, you'll feel a wave, but I don't feel anything in here. Right where the rings are, should feel something, but. I think I'm just going to clean it all up really nice and not sure if somebody's coming out or not. I've got kids here and everything going on. I think I'm just going to clean everything up real nice, put all the new gaskets in, and put her back together. I'll do the front side first. I need this socket here first. Where are they?
Who are you talking to?
YouTube.
Oh. Yeah, we'll press pause.
Company. Keeps coming all day long. That was my son Kirk. Okay. Went to Peter's. He didn't have a 6-point 1/4 inch socket either. Like I say, I got one in order. Should be here Monday. But I like to pull this one off. But he did have a 12, or did I say 6-point? I meant 12-point, or 12-point. These, well, here's my other glasses here. These bolts. So, it'd be nice to find out if they put aftermarket lifters in here or if these are the stock lifters. That's the only question left. Hopefully I don't break this little wrench. Oh, I got the radio on. Get it this back one. Okay, I'm going to be turning those bolts off for 10 minutes. I think I'm going to order some new brake lines too. Those are the original rubber ones. I can get 3 of them made in Toronto. The stainless steel ones or nylon ones, whatever they are, any color you want. I think I can get all 3 made for under 90 bucks. 75, 80, 90 bucks, somewhere in that range. Because these ones get all mushy. Okay, let's see if that's gonna go. flick stock. Get a paper towel. No real wear on them. Very minimal wear. No wear on the wheel. The bearings, everything feels tight. Looks good. There's my rag here. Just minimal wear on there. Like, there can't be that many kilometers on this bike. I can't see 50,000 kilometers, 30,000 miles for the Americans. Minimal wear. That's probably why the paint, the paint's in beautiful shape on this bike. You can tell it hasn't been out in the sun. Like, it's still, deep, rich color. There's very few little chips or dings in it. And, I think this is a low kilometer bike. So these lifter housings, like this one here, they need to be painted. So I'm going to clean them all up. Put a coat of paint on them too to match the cylinders. But I think what I'm going to do is just tackle one side at a time. I'll get this side all back together. I think I'll put the chrome cone on it. So I'll pull this off again. I can see the camshaft in here now. And just looking at the lobes on that, it's like new. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. We're going to focus on this side. Get some heat paint, black heat paint. I'm going to repaint the other head because it's kind of chipped a little bit around here. And I'll paint this lifter block. I'm going to save the chrome ones for the FLH. And I think I will put the chrome cover on this one though. Pull that off. Okay. Plug this hole for tonight. Finish this video up. And that's going to be it for today. Today's Saturday. Good night. Cheers. Let's hit this little wrench.